Hello, everybody.
The Mellow of Online.
Hi everyone, hope everyone's doing well.
My coffee and a newcomer to the panel. We will refer to him at this point as Kalis, because I think that's the way that's supposed to be pronounced, is it not?
Yeah, you got it right.
Outstanding. And this is the Greenlight Gathering for the 25th of March, 2017. I know it's been a little while since we've done one of these, but hey, these things they do occasionally go on. Hey there, TMA. Welcome to the stream. You too, Dracologist. Beware the chainsaw. Yeah. Actually, the chainsaw did get his rabies shots. It just really objected to them. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what a ruck is. Well, I do. Well, I'm not sure what a. Okay, never mind. You're doing the whole German
I
thing.
think it's meant to be a tuck and roll or something.
I think it's supposed to be rock and roll, but hey. Now, and Simon, welcome aboard. So, a little thing that you may or may not have noticed, a little thing down there at the bottom next to the emoticon clicky. That is actually for that's actually kind of a separate donation. If you want to make sure that I actually if you want to make sure I actually respond to a message, there's special highlighted messages that come up if you click that and toss a little bit into the kitty. So, Dracologist, I'm thinking 7 or 8. Not all of them were necessarily hers. Okay. So,
Hi Cliff Racer.
hey, we got Cliff. Right on. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and settle down here for a minute. And before we get on to the actual Green Lady stuff, while I get things semi-rigged up here, let's talk a couple of minutes about YouTube and copyright. Well, most everything in copyright, including the DMCA, which doesn't seem to actually have any kind of real limitations. All right. And Mr. Kalis, would you like to lead that off, please? Since you're the one that actually seems to want to do something about it.
I think everyone wants to do something about it. I just happen to be in the position to work on it.
Right. So, talk to us. What do you got?
All right. So what I've been working on is a new bill for Congress, and it's the Digital Content Creators Protection Act. Basic short summary is trying to protect against everything from plagiarism, change the DMCA to actually give the protections it should, get legal definitions of various things that honestly should be common sense, I believe. And also get, a lot of things changed, like, getting content distribution sites to have to verify that it is an actual copyright strike before taking action, among other things.
Okay. And what kind of what kind of and how do you think this becomes enforceable?
Well, first we have to, once we get it in, all the ideas in, we get it in the language. We'll get our HR number. It's a matter at that point of wrangling the entire House and Senate, which is the fun part.
Oh, well, always. Especially when you're talking about the music industry going balls postal to try and lobby you out of existence.
Exactly.
Which and I'm sure they're going to try.
Yeah, the second part of it is obviously while this helps with any distribution site that's in the United States, we're also going to be getting this to the World Trade Organization once we have it in language to get it everywhere as fast as possible.
Well, that'd be a good thing.
Yeah.
So, kind of roughly explain to everybody how this legislative process works. 'Cause I know we have a lot of people here, or a lot of people that watch my channel at least, that don't live in the United States. So maybe they want to see how, maybe they want a better look at how this whole process works.
Yeah, I said in the first email, there's two things. The saying in America is there's two things people don't want to see made: laws and sausages. But it's actually fairly simple. To get a law made for the United States, you come up with an idea, what you need to do with the law. You do your research, make sure that this law doesn't already exist, generic, things that honestly doesn't get done very often.
Mm-hmm.
After you get done with that, it's bringing it to legislative, get it into language, and you get someone to vote it to the floor. Unless you happen to be a lawmaker, then you nominate it. After that, it's a whole lot of trying to herd cats.
I don't know. I was thinking it would. I've actually watched a little bit of C-SPAN. It seems like it would be more akin to herding squirrels and their and the attempts of the cats to become overlords of the entire process.
Yeah, that's true. So, like, if you get something like this, it's actually a little more straightforward because you're not stepping usually on anyone's toes. No one's usually getting money from music industry, stuff like that. They're usually getting money from other corporations, so you can usually get these through a little faster. If this was, say, trying to, let's pick another bill that I'm working on, LED lighting initiative.
Mm-hmm.
To switch all government facilities to LED lighting within 5 years. When you start adding appropriations and all this fun stuff, it gets into a multi-year battle.
Okay. Of course, you have to have identical versions of the bill for both the House and the Senate, and then and only then will it go to the president, who can sign it, ignore it, or directly veto it. Sometimes they can ignore it past whatever deadlines it dies, or they can ignore it so it becomes law without a signature.
Right. If you have the actual definition's a lot more obscure than people think. If you've got around a 6-10 majority to an 8-10 majority, you can override the veto and pocket veto, bring it into law instantly.
That's a super majority. 2/3 is 2/3 of both House and Senate.
Right, and the problem is the interesting part whenever you're going through that is bills have been put through the veto with less than that.
Really?
And I'm not exactly sure why. Like, I actually watched it happen. I literally went back to all of the data that I knew from, poli-sci and went, that's not enough votes, guys. What happened? So I was talking with the senator, and they said basically that there's stipulations that you can pull that are very tricky that involve not having certain members available for vote.
Aha!
And that's how they got around it. I'm like, really? That's great to know.
Alrighty then. So that's the thing that I thought actually deserves some attention. So how about we get to some actual Greenlighty stuff?
So we're moving away from the interesting thing and going into something that's shit stained.
We can go back to the interesting thing later if we want to, or if Chris has any comments that he wants to add later, or Kalis, excuse me. I'm going to be an idiot now.
It's okay. I really don't mind either way.
Yeah, well, they'll figure out who you are anyway when you when you declare your candidacy for president. All right.
Actually, I did last November.
All right, guys. Now, unlike most of the Greenlight gatherings, I'm actually going to try and collect content ID tags today. I'm not going to see any money out of these regardless, so let's see how many we can get. All right.
So in other words, you're just going to let trailers play?
Yeah, we're gonna let the trailers play and leave and we're even going to be mean and leave the music on because I've actually discovered that I don't really care. Just how much they want to be annoying. So let's have
So
a
the
look.
Greenlight effect's having an effect on you as well.
Huh?
So the Greenlight effect's having an effect on you as well. You're just past caring.
to a point, yes. All right. So let's have a look. Where do we want to start?
Should we just go from the top and work to the bottom?
Sure, why not? We can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, it doesn't work well. We don't always do that, but I see a couple here I want to make sure we get to.
I'm just glad my old game isn't on here right
now. All right, where is your game anyway? Where is it?
Steam Greenlight Concepts.
Oh, it's on Concepts. Then we don't. Then we're not going
to.
We
need to find this.
We need to find this.
We need to find this. We need to find this.
Give me a second.
If he's told us that he's glad we haven't seen it, then I need to see this.
Okay. Dracologist, that's actually copyright strikes. That's a different thing. Content ID tags are automated, and I get, usually it's anywhere between 1 and 6 on for any given Greenlight Gathering, despite the fact that it's the most popular thing one of the most popular things on the channel.
Content IDs are basically detected from a machine. Like YouTube has, when videos are uploaded to YouTube, they just scan through the video and then see if there's anything that they believe is copyrighted use of imagery or music or whatever. A full-on copyright strike is something that's actually filed through by someone else.
Yes, it actually means that they tried to use a DMCA takedown on the video in question.
It's a bit like, copyright strike and DMCA. Copyright strike is where you claim the copyright of something and then you take the money that's made off of it.
No,
and then if you get a DMCA
that's a content ID tag. They claim that the content is theirs, and then they go forth and take all your money, or insist that you can't see that nobody in certain countries can see it, or any one of 100 other things.
Yeah, when I talk about something for a long time, I tend to get mixed up with a lot of things.
Well, a copyright strike means the video usually disappears, and I stop being able to live stream. So.
Yeah, so I just put its visibility back to public so y'all can actually see this.
Well, pop a link in there or into my personal chat.
I did. I posted.
I did.
Okay. Al has a look in a little bit. So. Let's start with this first one here up on the list. Here's the Steam Greenlight trailer for Micro Mayhem. We're going to turn this up.
Every day. 50 tanks melt down. 145 Mustangs
blown away? What? Please?
180 Hummers get blown away.
We want more!
One more. Free for all. Capture the flag.
Okay, hello. We're watching the video, then we'll put some commentary on this. Although this actually doesn't look too bad as far as competency goes. Running around on the kitchen counter is fun. Probably some really squirrely shit running around in there someplace, but this is actually kind of
be a thing, a Hummer, a Mustang.
Of course.
Yay!
That was actually a little too loud. So let's have a look. Oh look, it's the modification. Yeah, looks like a modified DeLorean right there. And of course the Hummer going off the side of the table. And some pencils and shit. So what we're looking at here is an alternate version of Tabletop Racing World Tour. Is kind of what we're looking at here. Yeah, obnoxious dubstep is obnoxious dubstep, but I have no reason to. It's not something that I would listen to really, given the opportunity. But yeah, the kids like it, so it's popular. I don't see anything that really makes me want to go away, aside from the fact that it's an arena game.
Well, the thing is, even with this sort of arena game, there's a variety of gameplay elements that's been implemented into it that could make it entertaining.
People can't hear you over the music.
Well, I turned the music down.
Okay.
And the music's not even running right now, so we'll deal with that in a bit. Okay.
Okay.
Micro machines from the DOS era. Yes. That is almost exactly what we're looking at, except we don't have quite as many cars. Single player, multiplayer, local co-op, all the fun shit. You can be a tank, a Hummer, and a Mustang. Or a Mustang. That's what they have at the moment. It looks like it might actually be going for early access, as in super soft launch. Last car standing, free for all. Team deathmatch. Of course, they have to have team deathmatch. Capture the flag. The kitchen, the study, and the playroom. Apparently, they're going to have. They start out with 3 different vehicles and 3 different locations per game mode. So, okay, there's a place to start. All I'm going to say at this point is it's a start. It looks like you went to some work to get your core gameplay elements down, and then you're going to expand on it. Which
it's always best to have a base of something, then build upon it, then not have anything at all.
Yeah, pretty much. It doesn't matter how many maps you've got. If the maps that you have aren't worth anything, then you don't have a game. Or at least not a game that I'm gonna look at. Or at least not more than Tuesday on Greenlight. So sure, I might actually buy that if it were available on Steam. How about you, Mello?
I'll vote it up. Yeah, I'm probably going to vote this up. If it gets on the Steam, then I'll probably buy it. I mean, it looks fun, looks entertaining, looks like a good artistic style.
It doesn't look like they threw a bunch of assets at an editor and just said, okay, sure, I'm game. How about you, Kitty?
Well, I don't like racing games, and I wouldn't like micro racing games either. And I would throw my kids away together with the micro cars.
All right, Mr. Kalis, what do you think?
It's like a lot of the games I happen to own on Steam, so I probably end up getting it.
All right, so 3 out of 4 say yeah, we'd upvote that.
Too many accounts says this is. Too many accounts says this is something that he'd expect to see more on a Nintendo handheld than Steam.
No, I think he actually said that he actually saw a Nintendo handheld, but it doesn't say Nintendo on it.
All right, okay, my mistake.
For that matter, yeah, I don't see one either. Even if it were there, yep, there it is. There's a new, what looks like a new 3DS, but it doesn't say No Friendo on it, so No Friendo's not allowed to care. All right, well, much anyway. All right, here's our Steam Greenlight trailer for Dead Pixel.
Poor Pixel.
I know, right? What's up with this?
What is it?
It's just sitting there.
It is one. Full trailer.
What?
All 40 seconds. Oh wait, no, 38 seconds. It cuts to a different screen. The development team.
Right, no gameplay, just picture. One picture.
Yeah.
Running for 40-some seconds with some music behind it. And as a result, you're telling me absolutely nothing about the game. We got a little red pixel up there. And the same little red pixel down here. There's a timer mode. And
this game was created by two students as their first project.
And you want to put it on Steam.
Like that always first game. Like your first game should just be used as a basis for you to build upon that and learn from it as an experience. Never release it.
Would I buy this game for available on Steam? You have almost nothing as far as the description. You control a 3x3 pixel size square, which means if you put it in 1920 by 1080, your pixel will be gone. Nobody's gonna see it. So no, not particularly interested. I am not gonna give you the time of day just because you told me that. Just because you told me that you do this with two people as a first student project. That actually doesn't help you at all. And when you put together your video, at least make some gameplay look like it happened.
Why the hell is there a comment saying, I love your precision games? What the hell makes them think this is a precision-based game? What is
Because
there
it
in
actually
this?
says so, right up at the top.
Where?
What makes the game special is the amount of precision and patience you need in order to win the game. Every jump has to be made very carefully. Every tiny pixel counts or
Where's
you
this?
lose much time. My
In the
feedback?
description, in the trailer, in the screenshots?
No, it's in the description. I just read that chunk of the description. I am not voting this up. I refuse. It's your first
Oh
project.
yeah,
It's your
special
first student project, and as a result, you might actually run into copyright issues with your freaking school.
And also, if you are a student and this is your first project, keep studying games, and then when you finally make something decent, then you upload it.
Yeah, first project, don't do that.
Jesus.
All right,
Mhm.
let's go for the next one here. Sentience and the Android's Tale. Let's see, what do we got? Steam Greenlight trailer. Yep, looks RPG Makery.
Oh,
Most of the
I'm
games
just
I see from
publishing
these
it.
folks do actually. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, they did some work on the. They actually did a little bit of work.
I guess.
Well, the bubbles there are not something that actually works usually, and these are not. And I don't see a lot of the common assets I would see normally in one of these.
It's a unique, I'll say.
Some of those come out of. There's a little bit. Actually, no. There's not very much of this that actually comes out of the sci-fi kit.
Are you sure? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I've seen some of those tile sets before.
Well, you probably have seen some parts of them, but a lot of it doesn't seem like very much of it comes out of the sci-fi tile kit. Because there's actually a set of sci-fi tiles that they sold for VXAs. I even have a
I'm
copy
aware
of
of
those
that, yeah.
tiles. Uh-huh. And yes, they used Dev Studio / Poser models for those. And now I'm not sure I'm not actually sure what I would do with this. It does look like they've gone to a lot of work with the RPG Maker engine. Most of the times they do. But I'm not seeing anything super exciting here. Hey there, Mengan. Welcome
Like,
aboard. Long time no visit.
I can appreciate that it's from the same guys that made The Deed, which was actually an okay RPG Maker game.
Mhm.
But I'm not seeing too much come from this in particular. Like, it hasn't been shown to be much of what it is, of what it's trying to be.
Mhm. It'd be nice
If
if
you
we
know what
could
I
see
mean.
more of it. But again, that's actually a limitation here. It's not being sold very well, which is kind of where I'm at with this. It could be a great game. I don't know.
Mhm.
And that's unfortunate.
Oh, it's to cast me again later on it.
I'm going to agree. I think
Like-
I'm going to do the same here. I'm not sure
I'm
what
not-
they're trying to accomplish here, but what?
Yeah. I'm not sure either. I will ask me again later and follow.
How about you there, Kalis?
I'm not sure yet. I have to see it a little bit later on in development. I think.
Relive the days of good old-fashioned point-and-click adventure games. Well, That's an upside. Complex narrative, they say. Well, we don't know about that. We're not seeing a lot of it. Through the eyes of an android, encounter relevant questions about the future of artificial intelligence. Yeah, okay, I suppose. No romance options for you. Interact with forgotten pioneers. 24 colonists on a border world. Oh, goody. That's not going to go well. And where's the edge of space? I want to know where that is. Somebody explain to me where the edge of space might be. Because I don't think we've even got the edge of space 15 billion light years from here. I really don't. I'd like to know what
Well,
the
I
edge
highly
of space
doubt
would
it.
be aside from white hot. Okay.
Hey, Ms. LaBelle, welcome.
Hey, Miser Rebel, what's going on? What's going on with you? Richard, welcome aboard. Long time no visit. Haven't seen you in a few days. Nope, it's okay, Main Gun. That's all right.
Squirrel, can you untime out Dracologist?
Why is Dracologist? Oh wow, they shot him down.
What the hell?
Nightboat is out of control.
If I place a timeout for 1 second on, does that overwrite Nightbot's timeout?
No.
Or does it just add on to the timeout?
No, he didn't. He didn't post anything that was worth the timeout.
Okay, let me get Dracologist here. Oh, he was. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Try that.
I can't do this. Only you can untime out.
Give me a second, Dracologist. God damn it. Somebody find me the command to do that, please. I don't
Command to do
remember it
what?
off the top of my head.
Just that, isn't it?
It might be. Yep, there we go. Well, maybe not.
No, it isn't.
Alright, we'll figure that out. We'll get that figured out and get that sorted. And in the meantime, I'm going to fix Nightbot's little red wagon.
Right, okay.
Hey,
Hey,
how
John,
you doing there,
welcome.
John? Welcome to the stream. Go ahead and get logged in here. Alright. Wait, what?
I'm not getting my Nightbot just timed out Dracologist, though.
I'm just going to kick him off the channel for right now. I'm going to kick Nightbot's little skirted butt off the channel for a little while and see what that does. I realize that means that the popcorn will be not present for a while.
Non-existent.
But
Well,
Nightbot
no,
needs a
I can
timeout.
still make
Nightbot
popcorn
needs a
appear.
timeout.
I mean, I can still paste popcorn in the chat.
Hey, popcorn for all. Popcorn for all. Alright.
Okay.
Alright, next one up. This one here will be fun for the kitty. So, Pussy Run. What's this one going to be there?
I don't really want to know,
Aside
just from the
really
title.
loaded. Okay, that there is a golden poo.
Yeah.
Called Midas Hand. Okay.
Oh God.
It's called self-deprecation.
Okay.
Oh, you timed out fucking Nightbot.
Yeah, I kicked Nightbot off the channel so I could figure out what her damage is. Oh wow, look, the base game's in Russian with. Okay.
Yeah. Let me take a look.
It actually has Russian text there.
Different
UI.
sorts, different bones.
Oh, and a mushroom that actually tweaks with the
Weird things happen with the camera.
Ah, doggies.
Okay. It says boat up and the way that one ends. Yeah, it looks like an Endless Runner game with stock sound effects.
Oh.
The very end of the trailer is actually really, really, really. Well, it might not be an endless sooner. It looks like it's actually timed. But yeah, it's not. Well, there's some sort of timer. Probably how much time you actually spent playing the game all at one go. Yep, it's a casual runner. With just 2 people and great love, but without claims for a
Oh,
masterpiece.
you
Well,
are collecting coins or something.
yeah, you're collecting coins. It's okay. And they're looking for people that want to just assassinate the clock, and or short people, which is probably okay. If you want short people though, you're definitely going to want to get on mobile, get some sort of a mobile platform going. And I think this would probably be better off there. But hey, you know what? If you're releasing to Steam first, we're not going to object. Cute and kitties and mushrooms that operate like LSD. So it doesn't look bad.
Okay.
Like, I have mixed thoughts about this, really.
It's not something
Like,
that I would necessarily play, but I'm pretty sure my kids would eat it up.
Like, fair enough if it's a casual game, but...
ball. It has a pink ball. Oh my god, sold.
Hey, Cuddles, welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that this thing's a casual game and all, but usually when it comes to casual games, I tend to like variation, if you know what I mean, like something different, otherwise the market just gets litigated with the same thing.
And this is actually fairly different from most of them I've seen.
Well, not really. I mean, I've seen the same thing being done in lots of times.
Well, in terms of actual gameplay, yeah, you're probably right. But I don't know. The graphics almost sell it. And of course, the thing, that thing at the very end is actually super cute, and it makes the game look very, very self-aware. I have not seen anybody pull a stunt like that at the end of a freaking Greenlight trailer. That was hilarious. I'm gonna pop Ask Me Again later on that. How about you, Kayla?
I upvoted and I put a comment.
I go with Ask Me Again later as well.
I will watch this thing. And she even better. She did this. She did that in Russian. There is that Kitez thing here with 4 exclamation points, which means he probably. I can only guess what that was about. I'll put a follow on it too. Midas Hand Studio and.
It's in Super.
What? An
It
editor.
says Super.
Super?
Super.
Okay.
With 3 exclamation points.
There's 4.
Or 4.
I'm not blind.
Was.
Okay. Alright, back to the lineup. Tabletop Idol. That's not even. You know what? I don't even want to give that the time of day just looking at it. It's a Monopoly field.
Oh, it's just another clicker game.
It's another clicker idle game, so I'm not even going to do that. This here, we got. Oh, that one looks like it's going to be free. Okay, Uncraft League. This
you
is
think
from
with
the
the
same
big
folks
huge
that would do
capital letters
Uncraft
3?
World. Sorry, run that by me again.
Well, do you think it's going to be free with the big huge free thing plastered on the title?
Well, it says action and sports. Okay.
Wouldn't this game be more like something a mobile game?
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, Uncraft World wouldn't have worked as a mobile game, so I assume they know what they're. I assume they have some kind of idea of what they're up to. They've got more story behind this, it looks like. First team's waiting for them on Mercury. Holy crap. And we're actually going to get gameplay. I'm impressed. Oh, it's
Okay,
like
I like the name of the dev.
I'm not worried about the name of the dev at the moment. Oh, look at that. Holy crap. What's this? Okay. It
So
actually
the
looks
point
like,
is to score goals.
yeah, you score goals, and if you get scored on 3 times, then you lose, apparently. But you can. It's easier to defend 3 goals than 1. Uh-oh.
And if the opposite team score 3 goals before you do, you lose.
Right. So it's a match to 3, which is actually not horrible. And you can only score from each goal 1 time. So if you take 2 scores, it's harder for them to do the rest.
And then he loses.
Almost like a Pong game in some way. Oh, own goal! Ha ha! These guys did an own goal even. So neat. I've actually seen it. And of course, on the
I saw
on
the
the
Greenlight
YouTube
Gathering
recommended,
appear on the
there's actually the thumbnail for this stream as it's going on. It does actually remind a lot of Sensible Soccer from the Amiga, and it's actually, yeah. Uncraft. It's actually the same dev as Uncraft World, which is actually not a bad. Team Shuriken and Frank DD. Yep, that's. No, actually, I think I would. Oh, freaking perv crow game crow once again. I think you meant crap there, dude. All right, really needs a lot of polishing. Yeah, no. Nope, I'm good.
Like, for free to play, I think this might be okay. Like, there's an artistic clash here. Like, it's a mess, artistically, at least to me. Because there's, like, these extremely pixelated characters next to this well-detailed anime girl in a picture.
Well,
And but the gameplay looks pretty good. Free-to-play standards, at least. It might be okay to play.
I don't know. I'm going to vote it up. 100% free
I'm
with no
going to go.
microtransactions. You just didn't tag it free to play. So, yeah, hey, I'm good with that. I actually got keys for the last 2.
Wilco64256 in the comments of the project says, I like how you added free in parenthesis, but still couldn't actually be bothered to actually tag your free garbage correct, and so people are still being asked if they would buy it.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I don't think our buddy Wilco here knows how it works, because that's the same question you ask for every game, free or not free.
And it's true,
Oh.
I'll vote it up, not just because it's free,
Yeah.
but because it actually looks like the gameplay actually looks solid. I can figure out what it's supposed to do just by watching the trailer, and I don't actually object to that. I don't usually play sports games, but hey, we're all good.
Mm-hmm.
Then me and you are slightly opposite then.
Oh, that's fine. Simon's been working on games. Outstanding. Or some sort of something. Alright. Okay. Fight or Die 2. I don't remember Fight or Die, so we're not going to go there. Simple Maze!
I did
Let's have a look.
Fight or Die.
It's the Steam Greenlight trailer for Simple Maze demo. Well, apparently they've got a demo. Yep.
Pay demo. They have pay demo on the main screen.
What?
Do you have to pay for the demo?
No, I think that's actually a typo. They missed it. They missed a thing there. Okay.
They missed a typo when recording their trailer.
They missed
of pay demo.
Pay demo. Okay. Well, they didn't send them to a screen. The walls have textures that I haven't seen before, so that's a bonus.
Also, I've just noticed simple is misspelled in the thumbnail as well.
Yeah, they put 2 M's in it. This is just pretty much your maze walker. and that's all they're really billing it as. So I'm not gonna hold that against them.
I'm not too impressed.
They have one. Their demo has a simple static maze. You probably play it through once or twice to see how much time you can make out of it, and that'll be the end of it. There's probably not even any mobs in here, which means your primary your primary challenge is the environment itself, not trying to escape from Slenderman for the umpteenth billionth time.
Someone here is implying that this kit, calling the dev this kit, is selling pretty much the same shit that is on GameJolt.com.
Okay.
I can quickly check on GameJolt because I actually have it open.
Sure. I wouldn't be surprised if that was true. That it would have trading cards and be under $1. I don't think that wouldn't be the wisest idea ever. But I'm willing to at least give a look at. I would be at least willing to. Wow, what the hell? Look, I can see through there. Oh shit!
Yeah, this guy.
Wait, nope. Maybe that. It looks like those end posts might actually just be reflective rather than see-through.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Nope, that's reflection.
Here
that's reflection on those. It's not actually that we can see through it. Okay, that's actually reflections they added. Kalis?
I think they need to learn the simple English.
Well, okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
As long as it's not a copy of anything, I would say yes. But I believe the game. I don't know if I've seen it before.
Well, we've seen lots of this type of game.
Yeah, it's basically the same type of been stripped down to its bare bones.
Yeah.
And it's self-aware of it.
Well, as long as it's aware of it, the demo is actually on Google Drive. Random. Okay.
Well, no, there's also a demo on GameJolt that you can get. Actually, no, it isn't just the demo; it's the full version.
A full version.
Of what I'm aware, yeah. Maze 1, 2, and 3 are all on GameJolt. In short, it looks bare bones, minimalistic, and doesn't really captivate my attention, so no.
Alright.
Hey, Sanji, welcome.
Hey, Sanji, welcome aboard. Richard, the new nonary game, the new nonary games thingy is actually quite tasty. I like it. If you're into that series at all, I'd recommend buying it. Alright, so that's it for Simple Maze. I'm going to look at the demo later and maybe do a thing. Probably not, but I will at least look at it. Alright, Adventures of Raccoon. Raccoons are not squirrels, and therefore that's already a strike against it. And there is the killing strike against it. This is actually a mobile port. Mobile UI is not what I consider a good thing. You can use a melee attack or fire your gun, which is fine by me. And you are actually trying to be Mario Brothers, only not looking as good.
It seems very slow paced as well.
Yeah, well, that could just be the tablet he's running it on too.
Well, no, he is running it on a tablet. He looks more like he's running it on an emulator. He has a mouse in there.
Yep, mouse cursor on the thing. Okay, there's the first thing we've got that didn't come in a Mario game.
The slide option.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can see the innovation coming through.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay, bored now.
Yeah, this looks way too boring.
Alright. No thanks,
Oh
not
wait,
interested. What?
look, release date spring 2016.
Oh, well, that's last year. And it was just
Yeah,
posted,
so it
like.
came out last year, so we don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, it was just. It wasn't even
Already
posted
out.
12 hours ago. 50 unforgettable
Oh, and I'm
levels to
banned
get the
from
chest of
commenting.
gold. Okay. Go to a dangerous expedition for treasures with
Why am I
combat
banned from-
raccoon.
Oh, it's the same guy that made Good Archer.
Which does not speak in his favor.
No,
But
that's why I'm banned from commenting.
okay. So I'm going with no thanks, not interested. We're not gonna go there. Alright. And damn. 2.5 minutes of footage here, and I'm not seeing. I have to ask the same question to this guy that I asked of Dallas when we looked at For Fun. Where's the fun? And I do not see an ammo counter. Apparently you have unlimited ammo.
They do have a sprint.
He's just reskinned his old projects.
Yeah, no. Yep, that
Like,
was actually this.
If you look at
What?
if you look at Sergej or whatever how you even pronounce this guy's name, Project Golden Fever, this Adventures of Raccoon's just a reskin.
In which
With a
case
different character and
you're
enemies.
doing a project flip, and I'm really not going to vote for you now. Okay, that's a VR game. That's a VR game. We don't have the tools to really help those, so I'm going to ignore them. A game of easy. Okay. Alright.
I don't know. 15 seconds of a barely functioning trailer.
Ow.
Ow.
You should get before he makes a game of easy, he should probably make a game of easy optimization.
Right. You die! Okay. Click, click, click. A game of easy.
A game of
yeah.
essay.
Well, essay. Okay, yeah. That's
A game of
not even-
essay.
This
Sanji is bored.
looks very easy game. If you is very boring, you can play this game. Why are you? Okay, no thanks, not interested. You're actually you have inadvertently insulted your entire audience, without exception. This is supposed to be a shooter. I'm not seeing it. And a 15-second trailer is your 15-second trailer. Might as well not be a trailer. So we're not going there. Alright, Virtual Temple Neophyte, that's probably going to be a VR game, but we'll look at it anyway. I
Well,
can't.
virtual probably is.
Okay, here's the opening.
Yeah, it is. I can see the Vive controllers in the screenshots.
Even if, okay. Like the guy not being able to hold his head still.
Okay.
Well, it's probably because of the VR headset.
Was it saying something?
Come on, Ichio.
What?
Up on Ichio, that's something I'll give him.
How much do they want for it on Itch.io?
I'll check.
Yeah, not voting. I'm not actually going to vote this because I would be able to play it even if I wanted to. Okay.
$5.
Yeah.
They want
Laziness-
$5 for the Sonic Show.
Yeah, no, wouldn't pay for it anyway. Okay. Let's see. Stone Rage. Let's have a look at that. Here we go, our Steam Greenlight trailer for Stone Rage. Don't forget to jump in if you want to there, Kalis. You are still present, right?
Yes. Just trying to make sure I know what to use the email.
Okay, so I can tell the difference between the boy characters and the girl characters at least. Kinda. The girl characters have something on top.
Can you?
Yeah, that's a boy character.
Oh my god.
It's another crafty survival game thing. Apparently for the Stone Age, using much better than Stone Age technology. And that would be a girl character because she has an exposed midriff. Okay, now you're a bear. And
Your understanding of fashion never ceases to amaze me.
Well,
sir.
no, I know what cynical game developers are likely to do. It's not a question of whether or not I would do that. See, told ya. You can actually see it. She's developed the chest. But you should have way more hair than that if this is the actual Stone Age. Alright. Action RPG massively multiplayer simulation. This is probably a huge long thing. 2.5 minutes, and I'm not even interested in waiting the whole length of time, which is kind of unfortunate. And
Dark Lord of Pan says that it looks like Ark. Actually, I know a bunch of people that plays Ark, and it looks nothing like Ark.
my comment for the Stone Rage is, if Far Cry Primal fucked Rust, that should be about right.
Yeah. Sounds accurate.
And, well, unfortunately, that would also require that their offspring be incredibly freaking victimized by something like Down syndrome.
Thing is, though, to me, if Far Cry Primal fucked Rust, I'd probably be okay with it.
Well, Far Cry Primal was not a very good game.
To me, I actually enjoyed it.
Oh, I haven't played it, so.
So why are you saying it's not a good game?
Because I've actually seen way too much footage of that.
Fair enough.
Why I haven't played it. I've seen several hours worth of footage for it. I was debating on whether or not to try and pull it together myself, and I looked at all the footage and went, no, we're not going to do that. Okay, so unfortunately, this one's going to go the way of most survival games of this type. Not interested. And of course,
it's going to go the same.
In
it's
the
going to go the
YouTube
same way for
taggies,
me.
there's a link to
games, yes.
this stream. The one we are watching right now. Or the one we're running right now. Alright,
I'm still voting this thing.
Supposed to be Cro-Magnon human.
Those
But
don't look
they
like...
shouldn't be building houses.
No, they shouldn't. They should be living in caves like real Cro-Mags. Okay, let's see. Let's do... Okay, how about this one here? Last Birdling. Alright, the Last Birdling trailer. Let's have a look. Looks like a visual novel thing here.
A critic over at Tumblr's already. A friend of mine on Tumblr's apparently already added this to her favourites.
Oh, bye-bye, Cuddles. I'm sorry you had to run. You have to run away.
Bye-bye.
See you, Cuddles.
Right, okay.
Didn't we see something similar to this like last week?
We've seen something similar to this. Not necessarily in this format. This is just their OP. The last birdling. Well, okay. Looks like it's going to be up to the screenshots to really sell this thing. Birdling.invertmouse.com. I've not actually heard of InvertMouse, believe it or not. Okay, visual novel thing.
Oh, you mean the developer?
Yeah.
I thought you were meaning the actual setting to invert your mouse.
No. Okay.
I was going to say, you've been a PC game for how long?
Okay. And is it me, or do her wings look like they're coming out of the back of her skull? Okay.
Probably because they are.
Well, unfortunately, doing that by flying
Oh, wait,
by
no. It's because her wings are her hair.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah,
think
they
that's
are
what's
part
going
of
on.
her hair.
Well, that seems rather silly. Okay.
So it's silly to have wings out of your back, but it's not silly to have wings out your hair.
I was talking about the wings out of the hair. That is utterly ridiculous in my mind, but
Do you think it's
Bavonia is one
ridiculous
of
to
the
have wings
last
out your back,
birdlings
then?
alive on this earth. Okay. Right, okay. You didn't manage to kill her, so you're gonna be friends with her. Uh-huh.
Makes sense.
Right, so that's the thing. Okay. There are
Oh,
multiple
it's
endings.
because birdlings see humans as sworn enemies. That's and their friendship threatens the world and blah blah blah.
Yep, 21 decision points. And 5 different endings. So, okay. Sure. And these are the same folks that did Unhack 2. And then
I
they
never
have a
played
demo
Unhack.
version. I'll have a look at that later. I usually come
But
up
this
with a
looks
few
pretty
things.
good.
It doesn't look bad. I'm just not. And it's not really selling itself very well in terms of the video and the screenshots. Once you look through some of the other stuff, it looks a little better.
Like the
What I think
description.
they at least tried with the description. I'll give them that.
Simon is still working under the conception that visual novels are about tits.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
There's lots of them that aren't. In fact, we found a whole pile of them. I don't know if the dandelions is the storyline or not. Well, I think, if you're talking about this dandelion here, that is in fact the storyline, somehow or another.
Thing is, I can sort of understand where Simon's coming from because a lot of visual novels do rely on just that.
Well,
being
no,
a selling
it's a
point.
lot of the ones we see here in the West, and we saw them pretty much in the same order. In the same order, we started seeing the hentai and ecchi visual novels before we started seeing ones that weren't. And this is not gonna be one of those that has them.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot that do rely on it, but there's also a lot that don't rely on that when they actually have something else to show.
Yep.
Because if they don't have anything else to show, then tits is probably just the last resort for them.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, the Nonary Games that was released now and everybody is so interested. It's a visual novel.
Yep. It's a little more towards the adventure game side of it, of the spectrum that makes up visual novels, but it's still a visual novel.
Yep.
Hagwalla Legend. Okay, since we actually saw that here a little bit ago, we'll take that one next. What did I do with it? It's here. Hagwalla. Come on. I knew I saw it. Where did I see it? Bears and the Bees, Loop VR, Game of Easy Hits. There it is. Hagwalla Legend. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, well, that's going to be quick.
Oh, wow.
Pictures of cars. And that's all we got.
It's
No
literally
video.
just pictures of cars.
And that one's got the Kia emblem right on the front. So there's your copyright violation today.
Racing games about illegal street drifting.
illegal
Nice
street
cars and advanced
drifting.
engine tuning.
It doesn't even have a
Most
trailer.
realistic and best physics.
Oh, good catch there, Dracologist. So I'm going to put no thanks, not interested. Nice cars and advanced engine tuning, most realistic and best physics, most quality graphics. Drive large Arab highway with traffic. What? Yeah. Okay, we're going to go with I don't even think so. And I'll leave it to you guys to decide whether or not you want to report it for not meeting the guidelines.
I already have.
And for the other things.
So did I.
Okay, let's go with Okinawa Sunrise Official. Temporary shaft.
Where is it?
Yeah, it's actually on the same page, right on the next layer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll let you know when I switch pages. Okay, so what do we got?
Okay.
I was actually expecting this to be a visual novel. I wasn't expecting a Unity game.
Yeah, you have to construct models with matches. You have a boatload of matches, and we have no idea what you're actually trying to build.
Is it serious? They're making a game based on making things with matches?
Sure, why not? You have a better idea?
Well, yeah, I have a lot of better ideas. Like, I can probably just go downstairs and make kind of matches myself. Then probably have more precision.
Well,
like, nothing's added to it. Like, it isn't multiplayer or anything where you can, like, go around with your friends and create, like, houses or something out of matches. It's just single player. You might as well just go out and
it's
then
a
get a
puzzle
bunch
sim,
of
is
matches.
what it is. And there could just as readily be a market for this in places where matches are banned.
Why do I doubt that?
There is a ban for matches. There is a ban for matches.
Not that I'm aware of, but hey, I've heard of weirder shit happening.
Exactly. Yeah, like someone suing 100 users. I'm not going to talk about that man again.
Let's see. At least, okay, so here's one thing that you can build, although I'd be much more interested in lighting it up after I was done. Okay, so that's a puzzle thing that you can do. Apparently they have okay, here's actually the way they want it to work. They give you a template, and you have to make it. Okay?
In all honesty, this is shit.
Well, I can't disagree with you here. Storytelling cutscenes based on Chaos Gloria universe. I don't know what that means.
Like, I'm all for simulators, but not when it's just doing something so simply mundane.
Well, some people...
If it's something that you can just head downstairs and do it yourself, then...
Oh, now I understand why the matches. This is a sci-fi thing.
Yep, it's a sci-fi thing. It's after waking up from a long stage, this next day takes some restorative meds. However, the brain will degrade anyway, so every waking crew member should be occupied with special exercises to develop motor skills and spatial thinking, which is basically just mental testing to see if you can actually do the shit. Cool.
Again, it sounds shit. Probably because it probably is shit.
Well, you have to have something to do with your time on something like that.
Well, I can probably just head downstairs and do something else.
Well,
like I could play an actual game.
Element 42 actually agrees with you, believe it or not, in the comments.
Right, to construct something from matches, I would readily embrace real matches and avoid this title and its torturous interface.
Okay, Kalish, you had something you were trying to say?
No, I forgot to hit the mute button. There's a person next to me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Richard is giving us the news of the year, and I'm gonna kill him. Persona 5 in 9 days.
Yes, Persona 5 in 9 days.
Oh, great! I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I've been looking forward to that. I actually wound up getting the big Super Edition, which I may or may not unbox on camera.
So, am I allowed
You
to have
can take
the 8th off?
it should come in a box so that you could. Let's change the subject.
Yes, we should.
Croc, am I allowed
that's-
to have the 8th off? Because I have a date with Persona 5 that day.
You would. Oh, well, my date with Persona 5 is on the 4th, actually. So, fine.
No, mine's lasting a whole week. That's why I wanted that day off.
Ah, so I'm actually. You wouldn't, if you take a week off to play that game, you probably won't be the only one. Yeah, someone came up with a whole story for a game about making stuff out of matches, and okay, I'm. Dracologist, the Persona series is actually an exploration into Jungian psychology. Alright, I'm gonna go ask me again later for this and give it a follow, see what actually happens to it.
If anything happens to
have
a game about
nothing
matches.
against Persona Dracologist. It's the timing.
Alright. Alright, we got looks like three more we got 3 more that I want to look at, 4 more that I want to look at from this page, and we'll move on to the next one. First one of those is Dead Step. And this is apparently a first-person psych horror game on Steam Greenlight. One day, Spoopy
From the mansion.
from the mansion. Ooh. So we have a big dark mansion thing.
Maybe
Pretty good
it is in the maybe
It's a ghost
in
here.
the mansion. From the mansion, maybe it's in the mansion.
It doesn't matter. They don't know English. They don't seem to be able to work English very well anyway. It's really dark in here.
Find the
Find
exorcism items.
Okay, so there is a ghost here. So you have to do. Lit candles do not operate that way.
So you walk around the house and collect candles
Apparently,
and bring them to the center of the room. I've seen worse concepts.
it says you cannot hide. Coming soon, Steam Greenlight. Yeah.
This
Right.
seems like okay. If you can sort out some of the translation errors, then it should be okay.
I don't
Passable.
think the game's actually been translated. I think this is actually done to get. It was just straight done. Invisible ghosts, but leave footprints and footsteps. A ghost can watch you and hear footsteps and listen to the sounds you drop things. Puzzle, physical interaction event with objects, high quality background music and sound effects, and their flickbook. Okay, article written using a translator. Sorry for bad English. Well, first thing I'm going to suggest to you, Deb, while I vote Ask Me Again later, is to get someone that knows the language. Pretty sure
Hell, I
we
might
can get
even
that
put
worked
my
out.
name forward.
Hmm?
I might even put my name forward because a few devs have asked me to do translations for them.
Well,
Have you looked at the created by?
What was that?
His name is Player.
From
Do-
Korea.
Do we know Player from something else? He's got one Greenlight item and 125
Not
games.
that I'm aware of. Not that
Over
I'm
8
aware
years.
of,
He's
no.
actually from Korea. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright, that explains the language pattern.
I'll
So,
probably.
I'm gonna vote.
I'll stick
Ask
a
Me
yes
Again
on it
later.
and follow.
Oh, nope. Okay. I'm gonna put Ask Me Again later and a follow, so. Alright, there we go.
I mean, I've seen worse concepts, but the delivery seems pretty okay. Besides
Well-
the bad translation.
No, they're gonna have to work on the translation, but we'll see.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If I see anything better out of it, then I might vote it up. And if it still looks like this in 2 weeks, I'll probably just vote it down. Alright, okay. Humanity must perish. Casual simulation, free
I
to
like
play.
it already.
For the sake of preserving Earth, humanity must
Humanity
perish.
must perish.
Well, that's kind of dark already.
I agree.
Zetsubo? Okay.
Again by Zetsubu. Applications, sound, species, classification. That's
No matter the cost. Artwork by Sendo. Okay.
Sendo.
I've seen this guy's work before.
Who's Zetsubu?
Okay.
Personally, I think this is the way you should market a visual novel. Like, it's
I'm-
giving you the concept of the story and it's running some things by you about the basis of it.
Mhm. Middle-aged pervert. Disobedient pet.
Disobedient pet.
Is humanity worth saving? Oh, it could be. Okay, let's have a look at the other one. Since there are 2 trailers, I'm not going to run all 5.5. I'm not going to run the whole 6 minutes. This looks like just a straight gameplay trailer. It probably
I'm
is.
just going to skip around the trailer for a bit. There's this weird error that's going on frequently through the trailer where it keeps cutting back to his desktop.
That may actually be his
Every
recording
time he
software.
switches screens.
Maybe something squirrely with his recording software? Yeah, that's exactly what's going on.
He has a nice desktop background though.
Yeah, well, I would have to agree with that. Alright, let's have a look. Humanity Must Perish is a free comedic visual novel about an android who has been tasked with deciding the fate of mankind. That's not a good idea. It's an android whose sole purpose is to save planet Earth from destruction at the hands of mankind. Humans has no words as she announces her plans to extinguish the human race. Holy shit, what a hand grenade.
Yay!
Humanity must perish. Failing that, mankind must be enslaved. These are the only 2 options. Q has her way. The former will soon become a reality. Q will spend 1 day among regular, everyday human beings, judging for herself whether they are capable of meaningful change or not. Okay. Coming face to face with a variety of odd individuals, she decides the fate of mankind. Or will the bizarre antics of those who she meets reaffirm her belief that mankind must be obliterated? Whatever the decision. Okay. Oh, observations and misunderstandings will be boundless. Yeah, well.
That's going to be a yes for me just for the concept.
What?
That gets a yes for me just for the concept.
You know what? I'm
yeah, I
actually
like
inclined
the
to
concept
agree.
as well.
And it's supposed to be out sometime next month. Or it's supposed to be available sometime next month. I'd like to see a demo, but beyond that, I'm actually okay with this idea. Believe it or not.
I'm totally okay. Obliterate everybody.
Yeah, well, with all the people, I'm not even going to go there. So
I told you that the universe has electrons, protons, neutrons, and morons. So
I don't know how a single gynoid would do that, but apparently they have some method. Alright, let's see.
I'd be okay with this coming on to Steam, especially if it's free to play.
Well, I don't. Is it actually listed? Was it? Oh, it was listed as free. Yes.
It's tagged as free to play.
I don't act. Yeah, I'm not taking
Even
anything.
better.
Okay, Diana the game. Adventure.
Looks more like an arcade game.
Yeah.
next scene in it.
Where you are?
I went down one more. I told you I'd tell you. I told you I'd let you know when we were going to do. When I change pages. We're actually on the last.
I found the game.
Nice mobile interface.
Okay, what do we got here? Let's have a look. What else we got? Because that music was actually getting old. Sometimes chiptunes will like that. Burning passion, bitter disappointment, deception, and sex, love, and violence. A hurricane shooter and gameplay at your fingertips. All this you will find in Diana the Game. The story of young Diana can shake even the most burned cynic. Okay, I'm going to take that as a challenge. Go along with the heroine of the long Let Her Rise from a small innocent girl who turned out to be in the wrong place and at that time, up to the instant the matured internet star twirling in the hands of people's destinies. Is that actually English?
I think it just qualifies as English.
Those are English words, and English words
Hey,
that mean
exactly,
things,
That's why I say just qualifies. I mean, everything is technically English. Use of words.
but it doesn't parse correctly.
Who doesn't know?
Alright, what languages is this going to be? English and Russian.
Russian. So I'm guessing that's the developer, which I guess excuses the bad translation.
Well, it doesn't completely excuse the bad translation.
Although you would have thought that by his fourth game he would have gotten a translator ready.
One would think, yeah, but you know what? Honestly, it looks like we've got a variety of different stuff going on here. And it looks like not all the gameplay is going to be.
It's just a mess.
Yeah, well, I didn't say it was good looking. I just said it was. I just said there was a variety. And
yeah, there's a variety. Yeah, but that variety, there's certain elements of gameplay towards a game where there's certain things that don't exactly go along together. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, it has to be against
like if you're restricting it to just one specific concept and you're trying to mash all of this gameplay into it, then it usually isn't going to work. And I think this is one of those instances.
Who knows? They might have found a way to make it work.
Russian
Maybe.
people
But
here.
what I've seen, I don't think it is.
Russian people here are talking about that the Blue Whale games should be banned because they are trolls that live on hype.
The what?
They live on hype?
Yeah,
I have a question. What hype?
Good question.
What hype?
Yeah, what
I
hype?
don't
There's
know.
no hype to develop from this.
I
Yes.
don't know,
Like,
and frankly, I don't know that I want to.
They only.
Ladies and germs. Ladies and germs, if you would please. Just for a moment. Are we okay now? I think I think we might have actually spent enough time hyping this game.
You cut us all off just to say that.
Well, if they say that these guys are trolls that live on hype, then maybe we should not be paying attention to it too much more.
Like, I'm not gonna go full No Man's Sky on a 2D arcade runner game.
Well, I don't know.
Or anything like that.
All right. Anyway, go ahead and finish what you're going to say, Katie, and then we'll move on. Kitty?
Yes, sir.
Kitty?
Go ahead. You were speaking.
Did I bother you with anything?
No, not really. No. Let's go ahead and finish what you were going to say. I was being silly. Don't mind me.
I was saying that the Russians proper are against the game. Just that.
Okay. Yeah, they don't
Okay,
like.
see you, Simon. Have a good one.
All right, have fun, Simon. Alright, let's move on. This one is Lost Hall. It is a VR game. That's what it says for Vive and Rift. And it probably doesn't say much else. It doesn't. Let's see what Lost Hall actually... Oh, it's a shooter.
VR shooter.
It's a rail shooter, no less. You can look around at your environment, and shoot things, targets that move. Okay. And that guy's accuracy is shit.
What was the name of that VR game where you were on a track in a car running along and you had to go through the place in different cars on servers?
I don't know. I see way too many. I've seen way too many rail shooters like this. Involving nothing more than games on with motion controls. I mean, this is actually a very common critter with the Wii, for example. I don't know, if I was going to do something like this, I'd probably just go play Time Crisis.
Yeah, like I gave up on rail shooters a while ago, especially after the bigger remembers the difference between the new Star Wars MMO and the old one. Where the old one had nice 3D space, the new one is almost.
Yeah, this is, you find yourself in a cart that's taking you down an endless hallway. Everything seems peaceful at first, but then things start trying to shoot at you and blow you up. Now, with only a flashlight and a pistol, all you can do is score points, dodge bullets, and shoot everything that tries to kill you. Yeah, no. Not upvoting it, even if it has a flat panel mode. I wouldn't touch this with a cattle prod.
Well, I wouldn't because I don't have a VR headset, so I'm not interested.
It wouldn't matter if they had a not VR mode or not. I still wouldn't vote it up. Okay, let's go on to page 2. And then probably back to page 1 because something has let's go look at the top of page 1 again real quick. Ooh, a playable demo of a game called Space Scumbags. I think this is actually something that we were being asked about, wasn't
it? No, it wasn't.
I need a link to the one we were being asked about. This is actually one of Dan's. This is Dan from Back to Basics.
Yeah, this is Back to Basics, yeah.
So, he just posted this a little bit ago. Actually, he just posted this about an hour ago. Which I find entertaining.
He's publishing it for another user called Alcohol Enthusiast.
What, we got...
Don't question anything right now.
So he's Irish.
No, he could be top-hats in champagne, too. Who is German, living in Australia, and bills himself as a libertarian. Not a libertarian, a libertarian. He hates his liver and wants to obliterate it at all costs. Okay.
Hey, Dark Lord's Lair Games.
Hey, Dark God's Lair Games, welcome aboard. Yeah, House of the Dead was actually fun. Oh, yeah, if they put a Barney in there, then I would have been completely okay with that. I have all sorts of want to shoot Barney in the face.
So, one thing I have to say about this, from just watching this go so far, is it looks like the enemies have no RNG. It looks like they're the same patterns. I almost want to buy this just to do a tool-assisted speed run and have fun, like running around different projectiles and stuff like that.
Well, actually, a lot of bullet hell games have this have patterns like this. It's actually fairly standard. And you actually have, and unlike most bullet hell games, this one actually has a life bar. That's actually kind of scary. I haven't seen one of those in a while. I haven't seen a bullet hell game with a life bar in months at least. So that's actually another thing, and it's got a playable demo. So cool. I'll just go ahead and clicky that there, and then clicky back to the chat. Oh, we'll have a look at that one later. Look up the Doom conversion WAD. Mr. Smiley goes to Safari. I might actually do that. I might actually do that one, there, Dracologist. Let's go ahead and click to the next page. Back to page 2. Let's start with Out Buddies off the top row.
Okay.
It's a Kickstarter trailer. Ooh. This one had a Kickstarter. Had or has a Kickstarter trailer. Okay. Okay.
There's no Kickstarter attached though.
No Kickstarters attached.
I'll be right back, okay?
Yep, that's fine. Looks like we got sort of a Metroidvania thing going on here.
Yeah, Metroidvania art style.
Well, it's a Metroidvania playstyle, is what it looks like. And I've seen loads of these. This particular type of creature tends to be real popular in some spots. Wow. Okay, the gravity gun works. And you could use your gun to shoot yourself at the ceiling and follow that along for a while. Oh wow, okay, definitely Metroid style bossing.
Yeah, definitely. Question, how is this an RPG?
I don't know.
Action adventure RPG platformer.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna grab this link right here. And I'm gonna send it to Mello.
Oh gee.
That's for
Lucky me.
that
You
is
might
the
get-
that is the
What the hell?
this is actually a
Why did you...
I
What is this?
hang on. Yeah,
It was a
recopy it. Don't worry.
Google Hangout link
Just deal here.
combined with a Steam community link.
There we go. I actually got the proper link now. Dimension Nexus Adventures. Let's have a look.
Yep.
This is the concept that was put forward by our little buddy Kalis here.
Yep, this one we were originally working on ended a few years ago because we just couldn't get the funding.
Okay. Let's see.
After I'd spent about $300,000 into the project.
300K.
Yeah,
That's quite a lot, actually.
Yeah.
yeah, we had a lot more done. Like this had in Unity, I think we were in 4 at the time. 1-to-1 scale solar system with deformable terrain.
Wow.
Like we had actually
I
done.
have to say
a
those
lot
models
of-
look pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's actually those are all playable species.
Wow. Okay. I'm impressed.
We wanted to go away from a lot of the normal and not actually put humans in, for instance, or elves or dwarves, and have a unique game.
I like your mantids. I like your mantid. That's actually quite tasty.
Yep, there are magic
Actually,
species that can grow crystals using energy, so they have crystal hives in the forest.
So when is this going to Greenlight, or are you waiting for Steam Direct?
No, you'll notice we had last posting when we were working hard, and then we actually had a RTX event we were going to go to.
Uh-huh.
And that's when everything fell through. We found out that some of the people we brought on were in higher ranks were actually trying to do a company flip.
Right.
And it ended up completely killing us for now. So it's basically, dead for now, but it will come back.
Okay. All right. Right. So hey, that's actually not a that it doesn't actually look bad, believe it or not. I'd play
Pretty
that.
good.
Yeah.
Hell,
Our big thing was we were trying to do multiverse where you have your own server, and the bosses were actually like aware that there's dimensions, which is every player's server, and you'd actually chase them through multiple players' servers
poof.
to defeat the boss.
Wow.
And that you've done that in and this actually has been set up in Unity of all things. So I'm amused by this. If I thought for 2 seconds you'd give me that freaking mantis, I'd steal it for something else. No, I have a fiction concept that actually could use that mantis. Well, a little bit of a variation on that mantis, actually, I should say. Yeah, something to chat about later. Not a big thing. Okay, so the last time anybody touched this looks like it was in 2013.
Yep, that's when we dropped it off the concepts because the funding was basically the only stuff we got on Indiegogo were people who ended up joining the company. And, it was literally $500,
Oh wow.
which was not enough to be able to do a game like this.
No. A game like this that mantis would probably cost $500.
Yeah.
Completely rigged and animated and everything would probably be $500 by itself. So, and you have lots of environmental stuff. Looks like you've got a placeholder there for the thingy here for your little thumbnail.
We're going to work on that next, literally. And the artist who's supposed to do it, obviously I'm not naming names, but they didn't like the company logo because it was apparently too close to having symbols of paganism, and therefore they blew the deadline for RTX on all of their art.
I hate people like that. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian, therefore I am a Christian, Muslim, what the hell ever. Therefore, you will not do this thing, or I'm going to tank your entire freaking project. I've had a few people do shit like that. All right.
I'm gonna head out.
You have fun with that, and we'll catch you up later. Drop me a message here in a while on Discord or wherever, and we'll sit and chat. All right. So that's Out Buddy. That was also Out Buddies there. Let's try one from the next. Let's see. Space Tone. That looks like fun. Oh, it's a rhythm game. This ought to be hilarious.
Okay. The trailer doesn't plan for me.
Vinyls carry the memories of creatures. Okay. Dive into music and examine the souls. Do I really want to do that? Alright. Oh, this... I am now having bad flashbacks of Persona 4 dancing all night.
It's got this really morbidly style to it.
It does, actually. Hell Warders.
Well, not style, aesthetic.
Yeah. It just... English, yeah. You're doing a fairly good job of selling this here. I'm gonna give you that, but I'm not.
Not my style of game, really.
It's not my style of game either. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't vote this up, but again, it does look like you guys put forward quite a bit of effort. I'm not gonna begrudge you that. I wouldn't buy it. The best I could do is give it no vote at all. Because for people that like rhythm games, they'll probably eat this up. And if you are watching this and if you are one of those folks that likes rhythm games, then maybe you should play this. I won't, but hey, well, unless they send me a copy, in which case I would have to, and probably hurt my hands doing it. All right.
Too many accounts. What do you mean I hosted season 4 of HWNDU?
I don't even know what that is off the top of my head.
What that is? What's HWND whatever? WNDU.
He'll probably tell us in a little bit. Okay. All right. Someone said that Hell Warders looks like somebody ripped off Dark Souls. Let's have a look. All right.
Just from the thumbnail, it looks like someone's ripped off from Dark Souls.
Okay, a bunch of corpses lying
At least
around.
it's one of the Souls games.
He will not. He will not divide us.
Oh,
that
he will not
thing.
divide us. Okay, because he's gotten so many issues in America.
He's only doing that to try and stay relevant because he's actually had no job offers lately. He hasn't really had much of anything since he screwed up. What was that? Or Indiana Jones. It does look like a rip-off of Dark Souls, except not nearly as good.
Yeah.
That trailer footage has been sped up too. I can almost guarantee it. You can actually see the chop on it.
Well, this is a season 6 waiting to happen.
Yeah, no kidding. I would not be surprised to find that some of this stuff was actually cut wholesale from a Dark Souls game. I couldn't guess which one. It's multiplayer and co-op only, no single player apparently. So that's the primary difference, it looks like. There's no listed, Hell Warders. No. We're not doing this, folks. I am not going to encourage this. I'm not going to encourage these folks.
Nah.
It looks like a bad Dark Souls clone with multiplayer only. So absolutely not. Not going there. Okay. Next one on the same level. Space Battle Humanity. The day has come. Humanity has been attacked by an alien race.
Were they not playing trailer?
Nope, it plays. Space Battle Humanity.
It's a strategy game.
Yeah, it looks like one. Action, strategy, and casual, it says.
With I don't really understand what's going on.
Well, it looks like they're dispatching ships to go do some fighting and some mining and stuff. StarCraft style. And okay, the gameplay itself is fairly clear from their trailer, but they're not giving us any more to work on than that, really. And I think I kind of like a little bit more.
Yeah.
10 seconds left.
Like, strategy games have another issue that visual novels have, where they have an issue of actually showcasing the game, because strategy, it's all about menus and showcasing an actual overall idea of what you're actually needing to do.
Mm-hmm. Key
Which
features:
is hard to display in
real-time
just a short trailer.
strategy, 3D,
3D.
fast-paced gameplay, tens
What?
of different units, hundreds of missions, unit development during a mission, as well as in the unit improvement panel, fighting in the solar system and deep space, advanced AI, and they have more stuff coming. So,
I'll ask me again later on it, really, because like it might be good, like graphically and from the description it sounds like it'll be okay, but they're not showing it too well.
No, they're really not selling this very well. It's got an IndieDB page, so maybe Krabby Team did a little bit more work there. I don't know. How about you, Kitty? What do you think?
She's still gone, I think.
I missed the
Oh, never mind.
beginning of the discussion. I just came back.
Ah, okay. I know you've been quiet for a little bit, so.
No,
Uh,
I just came back.
so we're having a shooting war over Earth apparently initially, and then well beyond that. We're actually looking at this here. It's a real-time strategy game. So I'm honestly going to go with. I'm actually wanting to go Ask Me Again later on this, and I'll pop a follow on that just to see what happens. But I'm not sure about it. Once again, they're not selling it very well, and therefore it's kind of hard to make a clear decision. One of those games where your bases generate units and you send big bags of units to other nodes. Yep, pretty much like StarCraft, except that in StarCraft all your units are going to walk there as opposed to Pax Solaris. I don't remember Pax Solaris off the top of my head. Where I see so many games, it's kind of hard to remember some of them. All right, what are you gonna vote here, Mello?
I've already voted Ask Me Again later.
All right, let's go on to the next one here.
Because, again, like I said, they aren't selling it too well. It might be good, like the description-wise, it sounds like it's going to be good, but trailer-wise, it isn't showing itself too well.
Row 4, let's have a look at the one in the row 4, page 2. We're going to have a look at Run for the Coins. It's in the middle. No.
Well, run for coins, not run for the coins.
It's Run for Coins. Okay. Are there only 4 coins? Maybe, we'll see. Minute and 45 seconds on the trailer.
And to be honest, it looks like something that a certain development studio would make that I'm not going to mention.
Well, except that this looks more competent than anything they ever did. If only a little bit.
Like, ever so slightly, yeah.
I mean, all of the... I don't know where they got this... little avatar here, the little player avatar. But I know that the rest of this is fairly simplistic. Looks like what he did was found somebody to make the enemies and the player avatar, and then just built the rest of it out of just simple shit.
I've just noticed something. That lightning bolt disappeared partway through the trailer, like half of it's cut off.
Oh, well, that's not good. I see it.
Left.
Yeah, you got that. You've also got that kind of mobile interface looking thing. Although I have no direct evidence that it would even work that way.
It probably would, really. Oh, and there's Godlight Moderator Smeagol in the comments.
Huh?
Like Moderator Smeagol, one of the previous owners of the Godlight.
Oh. It's not a runner game, I'll give it that. I'm not sure what...
It's very underdeveloped.
Yeah, that's actually what I was actually looking for. It needs more.
Polish, as well.
More of a lot of things.
More content, more polish, more everything.
The objective of the game is to find all the coins and kill all the enemies, take the key and advance to the next map before time finishes. Finish the map and make your best score. What language is that at the bottom there, Kite?
It's Portuguese.
Is it Brazilian or regular Portuguese?
It's Brazilian.
So how about we do a compare and contrast?
The objective of the game is to find all the coins and kill enemies.
Very good translation.
Okay, then we're good with that.
Yeah.
So at least they gave a crap about translation, which is probably about the most I can say for him. Spiegel is being very sarcastic here.
Mhm. As he usually is.
I'm gonna go with no thanks. It's really not very well polished.
I'll probably go with Ask Me Again later, because there is somewhat of a good game behind this.
Yeah,
like, it's just been
they need
so
to get it cleaned up
underdeveloped
and do some things. I'll put a follow on it as well to see if it gets any better. Maybe maybe enough to change the vote.
Exactly.
LST Games, your profile is private. Well, that doesn't help me in any way. Let's have a look at your workshop. Just
And
this.
that's it.
Okay, click. And let's go to the next one over on the right-hand side. Toxic Last Breath.
An action RPG survival game.
Oh, goody. Just what we needed today. English, Korean, Russian, Simplified Chinese, and Turkish. Whew.
Okay. Weird camera movements. Bit jerky.
Doesn't seem like it. It seems like our...
I'm talking about the opening transition when they move from the ground up to his legs and then behind him.
Her, actually.
Or her, whoever it is. Hit them.
That character is definitely female. The trunk is empty. It's open. It probably is. Rex sedan with a naked somebody in the back seat.
Please don't tell me this is the sort of game where every time you walk up to an object, it tells you above it where it is, as if you don't have any eyes. Yeah. It actually is. It's going up wrecked sedan van and that sort of stuff. Empty trunk.
Yeah, it'll do that. Doesn't seem to be marking the corpses, but... Oh, no, corpses are a thing.
So it marks everything for you.
Yep. Yeah, definitely female.
And there's a
Angela's
floating
photo.
back.
Or it's a photo of a kid.
Looks like an actual photo.
Might actually be a proper photo. Two and a half minutes of this. So they're not going to get very far. Yeah, that's definitely a female character. Toy bar. Hey, there we go. That's actually a fun thing. What's in the trunk? Nope,
Nothing.
No junk in the trunk of the taxi. It might be in Iraq. I haven't looked at. I didn't actually see.
Like, from the trailer, I can see the game has issues currently, but
well, that looks like the United States actually. That's somewhere north of Kansas City, Missouri.
I don't like the game overall, despite the flaws that I saw in the trailer.
Yeah, well, it doesn't actually look all that bad, to be honest. Toxic follows the dramatic story of a botanist called Lauren. She goes on a town for botanical research in World War III. During research, a nuclear attack happens in the city where her family lives. Boom. Survive in a post-apocalyptic world. Dark horror drama experience, immersive storyline. An adventure that plays out like a movie, which could be good and could be bad. Interact with the world with QTEs. No, you had me till right there. Focus on stealth.
I like how it also says half open world.
Half open world?
Half open world. What does that mean?
The trailer isn't doing all that much for me either, but, you know, I can see where the concept is going with this now. Do you have... Okay. What else? Oh, you've got 5 Greenlight items. Let's see what they are. Freedom from Inferno. That didn't look very good. Morphine. That's actually out. Yeah. And I remember Morphine. That game was not great. Toxic Last Breath looks a lot better. Freedom from Inferno, not gonna touch that one. That guy looks way too much like Kratos. Ratty Catty, no idea. In the Forest VR, again, not touching it. Morphine, I
By the way,
actually
we already
saw
looked at.
Jim Sterling play a long time ago, and it didn't look bad. It just wasn't great.
We actually
So,
looked at Infernal just I think either last week or 2 weeks ago.
did we actually look at Freedom for Inferno?
I remember saying it. I've even still got my vote on it. No thanks.
Okay. All right. This one actually doesn't look horrible,
But
which is kind
I'll
of
say it's
sad.
an improvement.
It is definitely an improvement, and I will give him that part. From the difference between the trailers for Morphine and the trailer for this is clear as day. And I thought adding the teddy bear to the backpack directly was a neat touch. Too many accounts says we've looked at Ratty Catty too. Oh, that Tom and Jerry looking thing that we kind of mocked for being that. Yeah, I remember. Okay, now I got it. What do you think? Doesn't look like we're going to do a whole bunch of jump scare, which is good. We're doing a lot of exploring.
I'm probably in agreement with most of the comments on the page. Like, yeah, you're going to have to show a bit more than that to get any vote from me. Looks Bowman just walking around in green fog, that sort of thing. Like, there's an idea and good concept behind it. It's just underdeveloped.
Oh. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a follow on that. And it asks me again. I'm inclined to vote it up, but I'm not going to just now. I want to see some more. Alright. Because it's actually better than what I was... It looks better than what I was expecting.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Nah, I'm not interested.
Alright.
Oh, there's that blackjack game that we were talking about on Titan Stream yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at this one, guys. Blackjack Simulator for serious practice. Right. This looks like Windows 3.1.
Oh, man.
If we're being honest. It's got 2 screenshots, no videos, and that gets it a vote down. We can't even see if the game works at this point, so...
And it also gets you a port.
Yep. If you would like to practice your card counting skills for playing blackjack, this is for you. Now, let's not go there. Okay, counting cards is considered illegal in just about every city in which it appears. We don't do that. Okay. All right, next one over, The Endless Way. Fuko Ibuki's workshop. Let's have a look. Now, that's a bit more cinematic than I was expecting.
Fuko Ibuki. That sounds like a familiar name.
Okay. Well, that was not much trailer. Oh, well, they have a slightly longer gameplay teaser here.
Teaser.
Teaser, yeah. I can't even talk.
Gameplay teaser.
Can you patch that over to me on Steam there, please, Mr. Mello?
Pass what over?
The link that you just put in the chat.
Oh, no, that was a link to Blackjack Simulator in case anyone wanted to report it.
Oh, okay. Ammo clip. Well, that's actually not a clip, it's a magazine. Thank you very much. Come on, Ibuki-san, you know better. You should know better than this one. I wouldn't. I'm probably not something I should expect you to know. If you're Japanese, you probably wouldn't know much about guns to begin with. They're not called clips, unless it's an actual physical clip.
Oh, it's the same guy that made Uncrowded.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I thought the name was familiar.
Now I'm actually amused.
Yeah, it's the same shithead that got Unit Z on the store, and then got taken down.
Well, looks like she put a lot more work into it this time. All right.
Unless it's just another asset flip.
Which it could be, but I'm not actually seeing anything that looks like known assets.
Yeah, what I can see, yeah, but even without assets, I'm not seeing too much of an interesting game here. Like, they haven't really shown us much.
No, they haven't. It does. Dark God Slayer Game 2 does actually make a point. It does look like it wants to be PT. Honestly, I'm willing to give it a shot. What the hell? What's the worst that's going to happen?
I'm not really willing to give it a shot, really.
And they're right
Especially
here.
with the guy's history.
And really here, we got a big jump from from a blocky zombie game. So, if that's what's going on here...
I'm not sure.
And especially when he's gone out of his way and released another game called Conclusion under another alias to eliminate himself from his inclusion with Uncrowded and District.
Killer Wang, yes, it is very similar to PT, as I was inspired by it and Resident Evil 7, which means he's only had a couple of months actually to work on this. This is what he's got on after 3 months of actual development.
Which is making me dread it even more.
Yeah, I'm unsure because I see many asset flips here. I'm unsure if this will be a good game.
Linux or Mac version? Linux is possible, Mac probably not. Shooter and horror game he doesn't hit, but Fuko here has not worked out has not got the shooting thing down yet. So yeah, actually it looks like a really big jump in terms of visual quality at the very least. And you're going from a literal asset backflip to something that looks considerably better than that. I'll put a follow on that and ask me again. Like I said a minute ago, I am inclined to give it a vote up, but I'm not quite there yet. I'll wait and see if I'll check it again in mid-April to see if the shootery thing has been added. Okay. We've got time for one, maybe two more. And then I'm going to have to bail out.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this one. Bad Battle.
Bad Battle.
Boop, okay.
Where the hell's... Oh, there it is.
Unreal Engine. Okay. At least they're being honest about it. I still haven't gotten
I like the name. The name of the death, Rapping Alcoholic. Jesus.
Well, that sounds evil.
Halfway in, we eventually get gameplay.
Oh, well, okay. We got the kind of Tron-like cybertech look.
Not a bad look.
No, not bad. We can see the transition where they went later into gameplay, which is good. It doesn't look like it was done with MS Paint. False Prospect. Vote for us on Greenlight. Bad Battle is a challenging, fast-paced, high-chaos first-person shooter that has mixes of old-school arcade-style and 90s PC shooters on modern game engine, on Unreal Engine, that has the player compete against waves of robotic figures whose sole purpose is to destroy and stop the player from winning. That's a really long sentence.
Can I just say that I love Skull Trumpet's comment?
Your title is half right.
One of my favorite comments.
Global leaderboard. 10 waves of ever-changing environments, hazards, and intensity. 8 unique and interesting enemies, along with environmental settings, spawns, hazards, blah, blah, blah. Shifting and dynamic arena environment. I'm not sure how that goes with the 10 waves of ever-changing environments. Global leaderboards. Visually unpleasant, said Dracologist.
I'm probably in disagreement with that. I think it's mostly okay.
I'm
Like,
not
nothing great by any means, but I think it's okay.
Yeah, I know. I played Desync, and yeah, we got kind of the same thing here, except Desync was looked a lot more difficult. Well, okay, it was more difficult than Disappears, and there was another game called Brutal that was actually pretty similar to this in terms of its gameplay. Um, this actually looks like it might. This kind of art style looks like it might be. It might actually turn into a trend in the near future, or actually, it looks like it's starting to trend now. Believe it or not. Honestly, probably wouldn't do this. I've seen other games that do it better, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't turn it down if somebody sent me a key. That's kind of where I'm at here.
I'd probably vote. I'm voting it up. I'm voting it up. It looks competently made. To
I'll
me,
put a
at least.
follow on it. Maybe if it looks a little better later, or we get some more details here, I might change that, but probably not today. All right, one more, guys, and we're gonna go ahead and bail. Let's see what we
The
got.
Amazing Fantastics.
Yeah, no. I'm
Or should
actually
we
not.
end with the idiot president?
All right, let's see what's on page. Let's have a look at page 3. I'm not gonna go with the idiot president. We're gonna go to page 3 now. For kitties that want to talk about that, or want for the kitties. President Cthulhu, make
Which
Let me
one is
finish the
this?
sentence.
We're going down to
Which
page.
one?
I've moved on to page 3.
Page 3. Okay.
Looking to see if I can't find one more to do. Oh, here we go. This is the game that Sir Dan wanted us to look at. He wants feedback on this, so give it. So we need to give it to him. I found it.
Turn on.
Back to basic skimming. Actually did that. Elemental.
Again, like I said to Croc before this actually started, I'm in disagreement with most of Back to Basics practices and business
Jesus,
tactics.
where is it?
But if they're willing to bring themselves forward and ask for criticism, then I'm fine with that.
Okay, here, Kitty. Let me give you a link.
Okay, thank you.
This is our last one anyway, so. Okay, so we've got something that looks like it was done vaguely RPG Makery. They've at least, if they use the stock assets, they at least modified them. And none of these characters actually look like they don't actually look like they were pulled stock out of an RPG Maker. So that's some upside. I don't actually take issue with that.
Actually, guys, yeah, I'm gonna drop a link into the chat where Dan is actually asking for feedback on the game, just so you guys can go over there and give him some.
Yep.
I'll probably write something up there as well later on.
I'm probably just going to grab the timestamp here and give him my impressions. Because it does actually look like it's competently put together. I'm just
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, it's competently put together, yeah, but like, I'm not sure what it is about it.
Well, it's got
just
that kind of retro late 80s thing, late 80s, early 90s thing going on here.
Yeah.
Kind of the JRPG look, and it's got the look and feel of a JRPG. What I'm seeing of the story, the English isn't exactly what I call great, isn't perfect, but if that's something that we could actually go in and edit, because most engines will let you do that if you're actually using something other than a stock engine, and you should be, if you're using something that isn't a stock engine, you should know how it works. Um, okay, Eternal Emblem is a fantasy role-playing game. It's a story-driven RPG with a sense of humor. Travel across a vast world in an epic tale of friendship and war. Inspired by classic SNES games like Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Breath of Fire, Secret of Mana, Second Densetsu, Illusion of Gaia, and Bahamut Lagoon. Okay, I get that. Although I don't think I would admit to Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, that's just a me thing. That was actually Final Fantasy's retarded half-cousin. White Crow, the northernmost town on the continent of El Raga, has been under attack for centuries from fiends that occupy the surrounding frozen mountains. Okay.
Fair enough.
After a successful hunt, Noru and the other Men of the North clansmen attend a celebratory meeting in the capital of northern city of Drakrul. Okay. During the celebrations, the king is assassinated. Okay. And, of course, our protagonist gets framed for it.
Features deep characters that will change over the course of the game's story, engage in fast-paced first-person battles utilizing the ETB system, Eternal Battle System. So it's their own system that they've made.
Or they've scripted for an RPG Maker
they've scripted
thing.
It, yeah. Adventure off the beaten path, relax with some fishing or hunt rare and mystical fiends. A short but sweet main story that will last around 12 hours, 20 plus hours of optional content including quests, areas to explore, hidden dungeons and more. A beautiful orchestral soundtrack inspired directly by 90s RPGs.
Okay. Full controllers for the Steam integration, they do include trading cards, not as an actual feature, but as an integration thing. Full controller support, Steam achievements, and cloud saves, blah blah blah. Let's see. Your artwork is actually quite tasty. I do like this. I do like this artwork here.
Oh yeah. The artwork is well done.
And that's almost enough to get it a vote up for me to begin with. Dragon Quest meets Eye of the Beholder. There you go, Dracologist. I actually do like that thought. It's actually very much like that. Some of the all right. It's cold out here. Don't judge me. They're all laughing at him. Don't do that. No. Let's see. What do we got? What did Booker DeWitt ask for is the question. Linux or Mac versions? Nope. They apparently the engine's developers didn't put out support for Windows or for Linux or Mac, and that pretty much takes that pretty much will take RPG Maker out of the equation. So if I remember correctly, they can at least do Macintosh. So
can I just point out a comment that Dan made that's slightly unrelated to what we're saying, but he's saying, myself and the developers, I'm absolutely not affiliated with YOLO Army. Personally, I'm in a ton of Steam groups. That doesn't mean I'm in business with them.
Right.
I'm just bringing that up because a lot of people do bring up comments saying, oh, you're in this group, that means you're affiliated with them, downvoted. Just because you're in a group doesn't mean that you're in business with them, because I mean, I'm in YOLO Army, but that doesn't mean I'm in busy doing business with them.
I wouldn't do business with them. I wouldn't do business with them if they paid me.
Yeah, well, you're going to pay them, so that's clearly the opposite. I'm also in Lit Network, I'm also in Indie Promo, I'm in tons of those types of groups, but it doesn't mean I do business with the guys, doesn't even mean I like the guys.
Alright, you know what, I'm going to give... Okay, go ahead.
Personally, if I met them in real life, they might be okay people, but what they're doing online, I don't agree with.
Alright, I'm going to give this thing a go. I'm going to give it a chance. They've obviously put a lot of work into it. It's not your generic RPG Maker game. Yeah, I'm willing to give it a shot. How about everybody else? Kite?
I'm willing to give it an attempt.
Ask me later.
Okay. I'll put a follow on this one too. Dan knows where to find me if he wants to talk about it. We can give you some more information. I can maybe get you a little bit more information there. New Reality Game says it looks sweet. Okay. And they're a competitor, so that's not gonna. They actually, in some cases, compete directly with this. So, all right. So that's gonna be it for us today. I know Kayla's derped off here a little while ago. Any final comments from the Mellow or the Kete?
I'd like to say fuck Steam Greenlight, but that's already probably been said.
Yeah, you've been saying that for a long time now. Kitty?
Yeah.
I'm glad this is over.
Duly noted. All right, 2 hours and 10 minutes. I think that's more than plenty for us today. I'll be back on Tuesday probably for a Squirrel Play Live or some other similar thing. Might be an RTD. It kind of depends on where we're at with that. All right then. Between now and the next time we see you live, be safe, be sane.
And let's make games fun again. See ya.
All right, we shall see you another time.